Hi, we're Joanne and Mark, and we're searching for the greatest places to vacation.
Retire.
I'm not retiring.
Shh.
Anyway, vacation or retire. The point is, this is a show about the best spots on the planet to vacation or retire.
When we get to talking, our dreams take us to amazing places. New lifestyles, colorful, crazy expats, new challenges replacing the old ones.
So come with us today to see where our drinking and our conversations led to beautiful Cassis, France. And if you see the wind blowing a bit, that's Le Mistral.
I was going to ask you if you had a new hairdresser.
I have to tell Mark how I'm digging this French lifestyle. Basically, the French take 2 months off for holiday or vacation, and then any day they don't feel like it, they just close up their shop. I don't care what it is, a winery, a boutique, it really doesn't matter. Everything on the Mediterranean should say, by chance or appointment. Can you imagine that? And then they have this gorgeous, lovely scenery all around them. I have to tell Mark how this reminds me of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Another gorgeous spot in Brazil, right on the water, where basically many of you are familiar with the big statue of Christ that resides above the land and has its arms outstretched like this. Well, in Sao Paulo, which is New York in Brazil, the people in Sao Paulo laugh at the Rio people called Carioca, saying that they will go to work when the Christ claps its hands. Well, it's the same thing here in the Mediterranean. This is France, that's Brazil, it's all the same. What a small world. We're just in the wrong place to live, Mark. Sorry, we gotta move somewhere. The U.S. works too damn hard. So I'm standing on our balcony overlooking the Mediterranean in Cassis, France. This villa, La Villa de Cassis, is a great place to stay, especially since Cassis has become a new spot for over the tonier spots of Saint-Tropez, Cannes, and Nice. Now people are flocking here to Cassis, which has caused a major parking problem. Except for Mark and I, we are staying at a villa with its own private gated parking.
The first property we looked at in Marseille was in a converted chateau, and it was the original greenhouse of the property. The arched window openings and high ceilings bring in a lot of light. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, and the asking price is $660,000. The square footage inside is about 1,100. It has gardens in the front and back, and is within walking distance to 1 supermarket and several restaurants.
Yeah, European washer.
So you're doing the dishes, you can do it, see.
Yeah. There's a fridge. Okay.
Double
fridge. Yeah.
Okay.
All goes in. That's very nice.
A double freezer.
Yep. Gorgeous if it was white. Wouldn't it be gorgeous? All the doors are molding white. And I'm not sure what color it is. And the medallions on the ceiling are amazing as well. This kind of detail you just still see. Of course, we don't know what price it is.
D'accord.
Ok. C'est aménagé comme ça.
This is the nicest part. That's the nicest part.
On a un dressing, d'accord, avec les
Exactement.
Let's just talk about the major categories. Climate and weather. Absolutely exquisite on the Mediterranean coast.
Couldn't be better.
The views, right?
Except for the Mistral.
Okay, the Mistral.
That little, funny little low that comes off of the mountains in Siberia and comes crashing down.
And just to complicate matters, the French tell us, the locals tell us, it can be for 1 day, 3 days, 6 days, and 9 days. Never anything different. Of course, our hostess here at the bed and breakfast keeps telling us it'll just be this 1 day.
She said that the last 2 days.
2 days,
didn't she?
right? Yeah. So this is a 3 minimum. Okay, so weather overall is good except for that little wind thing.
Great access to Barcelona, Paris, Rome. We can drive there if we had a car.
The perfect Central European city to visit anything. Okay, now people.
I'm going to have to deduct a point.
What about that woman?
I was trying to buy Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
My weakness. And I kept asking her, Grand Marnier, Grand Marnier. I think I was pronouncing it somewhat correctly. She has this puzzled look on her face, and then finally she says, what did she say?
Grand Marnier. Oh, this happened to us Brazil all the time. We would say a word like, we're looking for Parachi. And that we'd say Parachi, Parachi. Finally someone would say, Parachi. So it's just so different the way we say it, of course. But we do have a little problem with language. We have to admit that. But it's not that important to us, so we just go on.
That's right.
Okay, what else? That's key.
Here.
Healthcare, number 1. 10 out of 10 in France.
In the world.
In the world.
In good.
And unbelievable quality of that.
Absolutely.
Also, one thing we didn't put on, we haven't talked about, is cost of utilities and condo fees and things like that are so much lower in France.
I think that would be a
never imagine.
13th category.
We have a 13th category we just came up with. So maybe your thing is pretty cool, because I'm coming up with more, and I usually don't like those
I thought
things.
you wanted it simplified.
I know, but I like accuracy too. Anyway, so we enjoyed our stay here. We have to say, this bed and breakfast that we're staying at, La Villa de Cassis, is amazing.
Excellent.
You can see the pool. The room is to die for. We'll probably show shots of that at some point. But overall, we gave it a 7 out of a 10 rating system, which is still good.
Might have done a touch better had they put shellfish in the bouillabaisse.
Yes, no shellfish in bouillabaisse. There's something sacrilegious about that. And I also wanted to say, we're not moving here, are we? Have we decided that?
Afraid it's going to get a
Thumbs down. For the move to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Vacation? I
A
would
cute
say
stop, yeah.
A cute stop.
I wouldn't spend more than two nights.
Exactly.
But the wineries are fabulous and gorgeous scenery. So that's something to watch out for, as well as the gorgeous Mediterranean, all the restaurants on there. And we haven't taken the boat tour yet because the Mistral is still lurking around us.
Well, when I see 2-foot whitecaps, and people say, "Oh, it's not rough at all," I tend to doubt it.